Can somebody speak, please?
Hello.
Not good. Again?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's not working for me. Give me 1 second. Storm. Oh well. All right. Anyway, is everyone here? Let's see. We have 6 people, 2 including AI. Brian.
Looks like we're missing Arjun currently.
Yeah, we're missing
Yes.
Arjun. Thank you. La, 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 la. Why isn't this working? Let me see if Arjun is online. Arjun, are you coming? He should be coming. Let's see. I don't know what time is in India. I have a feeling that he calculated the time wrong. He's not online. It's important that he's here. All right, if he doesn't come in 2 minutes, we'll begin, and I guess we just have to have a separate meeting with Arjun again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Brian.
We are recording, right? Okay, yeah. So any questions that get answered, we can definitely send him the recording at the very least as well.
Yeah, we could do that.
And then I can also message him on the side or meet with him on the side if
Mhm.
but yes, you're probably right that he will end up needing a bigger meeting.
Yeah, maybe not just bigger meeting, but a one-on-one meeting. Because like we
sorry.
said, we have the one-on-one meeting. I mean, we have the recording. So we'll see. 1 more minute and see. He said he can make it, but
What's the time in India?
it's 10:30 there, PM.
Okay.
It's a little tricky with India because it's always 30-minute there, so it can be confusing. Let's see. All right. Let's continue. All right. So thank you so much. I'll turn my camera on. Whoopsie. I hope that there's filter. Anyways, here. Okay. Oh, okay. Arjun is coming. Arjun is coming.
Great.
Yay, yay, yay. I have to send him out and then the link again. How are you guys doing?
Been pretty good.
Very good.
Surviving some heat wave out in the Midwest of the US right now. But
Oh,
otherwise
how hot is
otherwise
it?
pretty good. It was let's see, it was 94 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday, and it's getting very humid. I don't remember how that converts to Celsius.
94 Fahrenheit. Let's see.
24, 35.
35. Yeah. Hot, hot, hot.
Yes, and it's also very humid, so but
Ooh.
luckily it's starting to cool down again, which is nice.
Cool. It was a little hot for us in Toronto too, but it was
Really?
like 30 something, I
Gotcha.
guess, early 30. I mean, which is what? I forget. Maybe this. I forgot. I used to calculate in because I used to live in the States, so I knew, but not, I don't anymore.
That's
So.
86. Yeah, that's pretty hot too, for sure.
Yeah.
But now it's really cool now. I like
Nice.
this temperature. La, la, la. Where do you live,
I
Brian,
just
again?
go out.
I'm in Indiana.
Indiana.
Mhm.
It's Midwest. What's the time
Yeah.
difference between New York and there?
Actually, I'm right on the edge of the time zone, so there's no time difference at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So you're in Eastern, like New York time then. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, if I drive like 20 minutes west though, it changes time zone. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, Arthur is here. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. So thank you so much for coming, everybody. So as you know, there is a bit of an emergency because our UI UX testing is coming, but we understand everyone's schedule and then everybody has different commitments. So we have to, however, what I would like to do is I would like to, for our user testers to test our tutorial section, the walkthrough of how to teach them how to do our game, the Kaitenzushi. And I believe everyone has seen at least our trailer of Kaitenzushi. So what we understand the basic mechanic of the game. However, because we made some changes to the chef's table, and then we're tweaking some part, we're introducing some bonus features for the game. So there's something that we have to add to the tutorial section, and we have about deadline of 1 week. If I ask for understanding, maybe we could have 2 weeks. But anyway, we would like to make these changes so that the testers can try our tutorial section and then give us a feedback. And thank you so much for Brian and Arjun to come along with this so that we can push this through today. So what we'd like to do is Xiaohan, who has done all the main programming of this tutorial section, will give you a walkthrough of how she structured the codes. And also Chris has done some parts for the chef's table, and then we're going to talk about them. And then I will talk about the changes that has to be made for the tutorial section. So Shawan, the floor is yours. Please go ahead and share your screen if you would like.
Oh, I can't share my screen. I don't have Zoom on my Windows machine.
Okay. So I guess then I have to turn on, let's see, Unity. I should have done it before. Let's see. Give me 2 minutes, hopefully, to open.
And just to make sure, this is the Multiverse Kaitenzushi repo, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Is it?
Let me just check one more time. My
Isn't it that is the NYC Meta Hackathon instead?
Oh, is it Kaitenzushi multiplayer? Oh,
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let me just confirm one more time. So the name of the app is Multiverse Kaitenzushi.
Okay.
However, first, I believe our repo name is Mm, 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 yes, it's Multiverse Kaitenzushi.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Now
At least has the most recent update. So
Is this 11 branches? Yep. Show and develop media test, media UI edition. Yep. Multiverse
Niji, is your
Kaitenzushi.
screen shared or not? Like, I'm
Not
not
yet.
able to see yours. Yeah.
Not yet. I'm trying to open the Unity so that we can go over the structure.
Mhm. And yeah, like I have a question, like on which version we are moving, like 2022 or suppose like Unity 6, because like I'm currently doing a project in the Unity 6, and in the Unity 6, like all of the changes, like there is like a various changes done by the Unity. like in the what can say in the user interface, like and there is also like when you want to make a build, then you also need to add the build profile or something. So like that's why.
I'm scared to use Unity 6 now that you talked about it, but we have what is it? Okay, we have Unity version of 2022.3.15 F1. That's what we have.
Yeah, and yeah, like it will be good like if all the devs will use like a 2022 recommended version. Like it's
Yeah.
like a the
All
version
right.
is like
Let's see.
2022.3.44. It's like
Okay.
a
Let's work on this version now because it also takes time to how do we say it? To convert things. So we'll work on the current version so that because everybody has it at the moment. And then once we do the tutorial, we'll consider upgrading it to another version. But for now, my unit is open. So, and Xiaohuan, do you want to do so do you want to do the main branch? Give me 1 second. I have to open different repo. Okie dokie. Dang. I'm better with GitHub rather than fetch. Mention cancel. Cooking. All right. Take
Okay, I will switch to the other machine. So
Yeah,
we can
okay. I think it's better because you can guide it better that way. Brian, do you use Fork or GitHub for Git?
I have been using GitHub Desktop recently.
Okay. So
I used to use, let's see, I used to use SourceTree as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, honestly, they're all fine. I've just been playing with GitHub Desktop recently, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it too. But I use Fork and GitHub time to time,
Really?
depending on the project. Fork, I think sometimes it's better because you can't, if there's conflict, then you kind of choose. Because I'm not a programmer, so I can't really use terminal
Oh,
to do
sure.
things. So
Yeah, I don't think I've used Fork before.
yeah.
It looks
I may
interesting, though.
use GitHub Desktop. I haven't used any others. Or maybe GitLab, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do terminal, so it's you guys can customize things however you would like. But I'm more of a visual person, so it's
Yeah, I find the UI on the applications to be pretty helpful.
yes. For me, let's see, what's back for 30 minutes?
you
Oh,
see my
interesting.
screen now?
Let me check.
Yes,
let me
yes.
check.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the structure of the whole thing is it's kind of a mixture of game state machine and the observer pattern, because originally I coded up the entire game with a state machine pattern. So each state is associated with a set of UI. So there's all of these states, and then they are associated with each of these UI. When a state is turned on, its UI will also be turned on, and all of the other views are turned off. But then there are things I didn't quite like about this pattern, so I switched to using scriptable objects. So different things are listening to different event channels or broadcasting on different event channels. Yeah, that's basically it. But I did not really get rid of the state machine because it's a ton of effort to refactor all of the code, so it's still kind of like left over. So yeah, it's just like a mixture of state machine and observer now. But I think that's basically it about the structure of the code. So I think the important thing about collaborating on project is, first of all, no one is supposed to work on the same scene. You always create your own scene and then you work on your own feature. You will never step on other people's toe. That's one thing. And then the other thing is, if you want to add feature, you're not supposed to change other codes. So nobody is supposed to work on the same codes as anybody else. So if you add a new feature and then you tell me which feature it is, I will consider how to implement the feature into one of the scriptable objects. And then ideally, I don't want any people to change these important codes. So all of these managers here, I don't think these are supposed to be changed by other people. So that's the rule.
Okay, got it.
Any questions?
No.
No.
Okay. So Xiaohan, let's say if the structure of the game has a little changed, and then if something has to really have to change some there, I don't know actually, I don't know exactly what the implication of the changes that we have right now will affect the current structure. Then I guess they will have to talk to you and then you will consider, is that how it works?
Depends on what exactly you want to change.
Okay. All right. La 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 la. Chris has made how do you say it? Changes to the shaders. We added different tables and shaders. So Xiaohan actually implemented that. So we have that right now. I will try to record it again today to show you visually what's the latest update we have for the tutorial. And then that will happen after 6 p.m. today. And then now you understand, I hope that you understand the structure of the codes. Then I will go to Figma file to show you what needs to be done. Give me 1 second. Host of user, so. Okay, and then let's see. That's Zoom. And that's that. That's that. And screen one. Okay. Can you see my Figma file?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So I will share this Figma file if you don't have it. But previously, this was the game structure that we had. And then in the video, you will see a chef table, something like this. But now we made changes so that the chef's table at the moment will look like this. Kate is still working on this a bit more. But then basically, this is the structure that we have, and we are going to work on this. So from the changes that will be done is from here to this table. And the bigger structure game flow, if you are interested, it's here too. And if you go to the with the splash main menu, and then you have tutorial section and play and exit version. But here, when you click on the tutorial section, you will go to this red rectangle, and this is what we are focusing on for today. So once you go to tutorial section and the customer appears and hello there, and then there will be a audio file and then the script. We have the current one, but that will also change. The script it's being revised as we speak, and the final version will be here, and then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth, and that will mark number as well. But also one issue that I found is one of the issue that I find a lot is the customer, this multiverse monster, when it appears every single time, it changes all the time. So I would like it to be consistent. If it's possible, I would like this customer to spawn on the right side and then 45 degrees facing the customer and then about 10 centimeters above the rig or the eye level of it. And I want this to be a bit consistent. Hopefully that's possible. I understand rig changes all the time depending on where the person looks, but I hope that that's possible. And then once the customer appears, this chef's table will appear. And then it has to be in front of the user. And I would like it to be about 30 centimeters below rig and then about 70 centimeters away from the user as well. So that it's an arm's reach within reach. And then so you can grab it easily. And the part where the user will grab is here. So this is here, and the user will grab it, and then he will place it wherever he will like in their environment. And then there will be a prompt saying first, let's place your table, create sushi, and the prompt a user to place chef's table. And then there you will have a grab and move animation on the table. So where this part is, there will be an animation there prompting. And then so that the user knows where to grab and move things. And then once that's done, then there will be a UI, the button that says next. So once that's set, and the customer will say, great, now let's take a look at the table. And this is where the table UI and things will happen. This is a bit different from the order is a bit different from the previous one. So you have to pay attention to that. First thing is that once you have this chef table, this part, the round part here, will be closed. And once you open this part, that's when the tutorial section sort of begins, or the chef's table interaction begins. So the griddle open animation needs to happen. And you will also tell the user that once close the griddle, then you can go back to the main menu, which is here. So you will be prompted there. That's the end of the tutorial section for them. And then, but then they're not gonna close it. They're gonna continue with the tutorial, and then it will explain the UI here. So the UI of this will be here, and this UI will have 3 components to it. The first is a timer. The second is a 2D sprite of the order. And the third is the name of the order. So the reference is here. So instead of the price, it will be timer, and they will have the 2D sprite, and they will have the name. And so you will highlight, there has to be some kind of shader going on with the timers as you have some minute to serve the customer in line. The timer UI will glow or be highlighted. And then you will see the order here. So the picture and then order will be here. And then you will say, for example, for tutorial, it will be tamago, which means egg. And tamago will be there. And so the order panel and the picture will glow. And once that happens, the customer will say, great, now that we have an order, let's create conveyor belt. Previously, I understand, Chris, remember, we actually did everything for on the table, but we are going to do only first part of this part first, and then we're going to prompt the user to create conveyor belt. So when that happens, pinching animation in front of the user will happen so that they know how to create a conveyor belt. So you place a conveyor belt. Once you do that, you will have a next button. And then let's place UI inside so the UI will happen where the speech bubble of the customer, the speech bubble of the customer. And then when the next is happening, once the conveyor is belted there, the letters on the conveyor belt will happen. And then also, of course, the on UI, there will be an order, which is tamago. And then character will say, there will be an audio says, now serve me tamago. And when the tamago appears, so there will be, instead of all the letters, there will be only ta and ma and go letters on the conveyor belt. And once they are there, and then the conveyor belt will stop. And then there will be a grab and placing grab animation and the placing on plate animation going. So you will grab, but the user will grab a sample. Once they grab a sample, this is the sample of the sushi plate. Audio button will glow at the top. And then, yes, a glow at the top, and press the speaker button to listen to the letter sound. So you will say, there will be a button that glows, and then there will be pinching, pressing button animation going. So once the user does that, the sample will glow, and this will prompt, and you will hear the sound ta. And then when that happens, the first plate on the chef's table, which is here, will glow. And you will hear the user says, which is this, it will say getting letters and place your sushi letter in order here. And then the plate will glow. The user will get one letter. And then they will place the one letter on the table. And then the rest two will appear. Ma and go will appear on the plate. Once the order is ready, and then press the button to speak the order clear into, and then they will be prompted to press a button to speak the order. And this, sorry, and then on the griddle, Kate made another UI, which is around here. Do you see the circle there? So you will say also speak to prompt the user. And when somebody says it, that prompt, the TMP will appear here as well, whatever the customer says. And if the customer gets it right, then it'll be green. If it's wrong, it'll be red. And if it's correct, the sushi will appear, and then the customer will say, serve me the delicious dish, and the user serves customer. And then if it's incorrect, then you will check the answer, and the same thing happens, go back, and then they will continue until they get correct. And when the user is supposed to be served, customer glows, and then there will be a serving animation happen, so they know where to go. Because previously they didn't know where they have to serve. So we have to make sure that it's the person who explains it, the master who explains it, is the customer. And also next, this is an extra feature that we didn't have before. If you get 2 questions in a row, you will get a bonus ball. And this is where the gotcha ball cat will happen, which is on this part of the table. So here, this is a cat where you will get bonus ball. It looks like a sort of a Dragon Ball. If you watched ever Dragon Ball. And
Yep.
this ball, this cat will provide you a ball. And then this is where the user will place their bonus balls. Sorry, Brian, you were trying to say something?
Oh, no, I was just confirming. Sorry.
I see. Glad that you know of Dragon Ball. Anyway, so the gotcha ball, a cat will glow, and then a ball will come out. So this, in main game, it will only happen after the 2 questions are correct in a row. But for tutorial, it will just automatically happen here. There will be an audio point, like a sort of like a sound to indicate that the ball is coming out, the ball will come out. And I'm hoping that we can use some kind of directional source of it, so we know where to focus the sound wise. And then the ball will come out. And this reward ball gives you, each color ball has different feature, and then they have to use it well. And you can place them there, so which was on the right side of the table, and you can rotate the plate to get to place your balls. And then it will be color coded. So it'll be color coded 4 different ones, and you have to place them accordingly. And then this plate needs to be rotated. Right? And so you said you can place in there, you can rotate plate to get the place well color coded, and this rotation animation will happen when you want to use it, and then you place it, hand placing the center. So when you want to use it, you have to place it here to activate it. Okay. So, but then we are not going to, we will just show it. They will not be able to use the gotcha ball during the tutorial section, but we will explain to them how to use it. So once that happens, basically that's it for tutorial, and you say that the customer will say you are ready to be damae, and then you will be prompted in the speech bubble. There will be a button, and this is back to main menu. That will be the whole tutorial section for it. Any questions about this now? Or any comments?
How much of this is like already exists? Is this all new?
No,
Like,
it's not all
is it
new.
possible, like, do you have the game video, like, where you play the whole game? So it will be easy for all of us to, like, understand how's the tutorial and game functionality is working.
Yes, yes. So I will provide that after this evening, 6 p.m. So about 5 hours later. I have some other things to do before that, but I will show you the video, what we have currently. And then from there, you can work on it. The thing is, so I believe Chris has one day this week, and Xiaohuan, do you have a day to work on this week as well? So if they have any questions, they can you can answer the question.
I can always answer a question, but I don't have time to work on anything this week.
Okay, so Xiaohuan is available for answering questions, and Chris, I believe, are you okay with one day, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And then Arjun and Brian and Chris out so any of you familiar with animation? For example, discrete animation or rotation animation or things like that. Has anyone done animation before?
I think that
Yes, yes, like,
depends on one thing too, which is like how the model is. Because I see this is just a image of the Blender file. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how it is how it looks like in the when it
yeah, like,
imported to
it is possible to manage the animation like we are doing. Like, it will be better. Like, if the all the components, like, which you are telling will be the local and the separate 3D objects, then it is possible to do that. Like,
Okay.
this one,
So we have
this
at the
one,
moment,
and yeah, this one could
yes.
be the local.
Yes, so at the moment they're all separate. At the moment they are not grouped together.
Mhm.
So if you, because Kate is still working on this, if you let us know how things to be grouped or something, and then, I mean, grouping inside Blender or Unity is quite easy. So if you're okay with that. So Arjun, you're familiar with Adobe Twin or animation. And Chris, you said it depending on what?
just I'm not sure how like yeah, just like Akun said, you should be like already planned on how the things need to be grouped in the Blender file before importing to Unity. So that there
Okay,
is some transform that like the place on the right for the bonus ball, like that place should be a whole group so that you can rotate.
okay.
Yeah, something
All
like
right,
this.
grouping needs to be done. Okay, and sorry, Brian, you were trying to say something too?
No, I haven't done animation like this before, but it sounds
Okay.
like they've got a good handle on it.
Okay, good. So it'll be Chris and Arjun, depending on which things you can help us with the animation. And so now it's more of the allocation of work that needs to be done. And once, I believe, you understand what the code structures are. And
I
let's
have
see.
a question first.
Yes.
Is for the so there I think there is a lot of like voice over for those lines like um to tell about like after the customer says something and then something pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Is those voice files available already or not?
This can be available today.
Okay, and
I
another
have-
thing
yes.
is
Mhm.
because like last time I said I can refactor the code for those lines so
Mhm.
that subtitle effect can pops up according to each dialogues.
Right.
But that depending because in the original structure for those field like onboarding field or something where the structure is like when you changes the state to the next field, like maybe from the onboarding to what is it? I forgot. It's just the next field, and then it will play the whole video.
This one.
It should be in the code to explain this, but yeah. What I want to talk about is the original is play the whole dialogue like from can you show the Figma board?
Whoopsie. Figma board. There we go.
So can you go to the dialogues section like above?
This one.
Yeah, here. Yeah. So the original implementation before is like the whole section is one audio file. And then when you change to the next state, it will just start playing the whole thing. And then for my refactor that we discussed before, I was just dividing those lines one by one, but it will still eventually play it like one by one, and then like there's no any pause in between them. So I think is it like you want to have something like uh like there is one that you need to press the the sound button on the sushi, and then they need to press it first in order to have something to glow. Is it?
I'm a little confused.
Yeah. So below, can you go to the below down, and then I'm talking about the sample glows. Can you a bit below? Yeah. So you see like audio button glows and press the speaker button to listen to the letter sound. So you're saying that you need to press the button first, and then oh wait, it's not here, but yeah, what I want to say is for the whole dialogue above, there is no stopping point.
So I think that probably this one Shawan can answer, but basically at the moment, before Shawan answers, before what's happening is that before we used to have chunks of dialogue that the customer explains things, but now that we are kind of creating different segments of a tutorial section, instead of having just one dialogue part, we have to have, let's say, only one line, for audio. So I believe that has to change. That's what you're trying to say, Chris, right?
Yes.
Shawan, did you understand what we were trying to say?
I mean, it all happens within one state, so you just work in that state. You don't have to involve other states.
Yeah, I mean those dialogues, like all those dialogues, like one section of the dialogues happens within one state, but we might want to like pause at some point.
Yeah, I understand what you say. I mean, you just work in that state. Like the feed at the start of the state, you play one audio, and then at the end of that audio, you trigger something else. And then after that trigger, you trigger another thing. It doesn't really have to affect other states.
I think also Chris is
Yes.
trying to say is that
Yeah, my question is there is no trigger structure that's set up in there now.
Yeah, you can work in that state to trigger these things.
Yes. Okay.
I think Chris is trying to say that so it's okay to make that change within the state.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so
see
we're
then.
good. All right. So I believe there has to be allocation of work. So I understand because the animation can be done with Chris and Arjun. And we would like, let's see, so what I'm gonna do is this, my plan is that I'm going to allocate which part needs to be done for each of you so that you know which needs to be done. And Shawahan can answer any questions you have with regard to the structure and the game flow. And then Brian, what you can do is that you will communicate with Chris and Arjun to see whether things are following the Figma flow. Okay. And the Chris and Arjun, you will be working on directly on the animation and programming part of it so that we know which features need to be done. Is it clear for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Is it okay with you?
Because I have only one day,
I understand.
so I don't know, like,
Which day are you available? We have now it's Wednesday.
probably, actually, I can squeeze some time when I finish up my thing. I'm
Which
not
is?
sure. I just don't know. I just can't promise more than one day, but I can help when I get some free time.
Okay, but I guess because I will have to tell you all these kind of things that by the end of today, it has to be either 29th or 30th or 31st. Do you know so that Brian and Arjun can know when they can expect things?
Yeah, I think I can say I can be free on tomorrow and Friday.
Tomorrow and Friday.
Yes.
You gave us 2 days. Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're happy with animation. And
Arjun,
Brian,
you're typically available on the weekend, right?
Yes, yes, like I am available anytime. Like you just text me, like at Indian night time, like after 9 p.m. I will available, and we can connect and discuss. Like if you need any help related to the core structure or anything, I will help you.
every day?
Yes, like
Okay.
yes, you can.
Okay.
Well, I can say maybe I will mainly with Dawn also for the audio, I guess, because I was making it before, and also for the material growing parts,
First,
because I need
let's
those.
clear the requirement for the like a Chris. Like, can you tell me like what things you will have to done like in this part? Because if it's related to the programming, then I can also do your programming part as well.
Yeah.
I
Can
thi-
you repeat that? I got lost. Arjun, can you
Arjun,
repeat that?
Arjun is, I think, asking maybe you can share what you have worked on or you plan to work on, and if you need help, and then Arjun can help. But for now, Arjun, I think Chris knows exactly what he has to do, so he's going to work on some part of the animation, and which is animation. Also,
Actually, it's not the animation like those open and close, but it's just the shader. Because
yes.
that part is just actually just switching between the normal material and the shader material.
Yes, so yes, let's so it's not really animation then, it's more of a shader change. So he has done this part, so he's gonna work on that so that that node, shader node can be activated on this one instead. That's what he's going to work on. And also he's going to work on the audio, the script. So that will
Yes.
change within the each state and it'll be triggered there. So that's what he's planning to work on. The rest, I believe Arjun, you have we have work for example, animation for this part. We have animation for this part, and the gotcha ball. So those are the things that we have to work on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then we also have this part too. This one, Kate needs to explain to me a bit better for what exactly is going to happen. But as soon as I have the information, I'll let you know as well. Okay.
Yeah, like it's just like a easy, like just I will take one bowl and I will
Mm.
just need to change the color of the sprite.
Yes. No, but I mean, she was talking something more, but there will be text TMP happening in there. I don't know exactly what she wanted, but as soon as I have more information, I'll share that with you.
Yeah, like
Um,
in recent project, like I seen like a circular text, like circular text
ah,
must show. So, but
can you
for
share
that,
that
like
with me?
no, I don't have, but I think we have to found on the like a Google, like there is a
Okay.
package. So yeah, if you want, then you can
Okay.
also show the text into like a circular way.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. I'll look into it too and then share that with you. Okay. So we'll do that. Brian, time to time, we might need your programming skills as well. If we are, if it's a bit too overwhelming for Arjun. Hopefully it's not too complicated. We already have a lot of thanks to Chris and Xiaohan, we already have a lot of parts done. It's just the extra. I hope that it's not too much work, but it has to be all assembled in one place. So that's what we are focusing there. Any questions?
No, no. Like
No.
just share the like branch
The
name,
video.
repo, and video, and
Branch
the
name.
task. So I will do it.
Awesome.
Just head up first because the audio I did before is happening in the yokai script itself. So if you came across to this group, maybe you need to discuss with me about like what changes happen in the yokai script.
Okay. Did everyone get that about the audio and the yokai? So yokai basically is the customer. There's yokai prefab in there. I think that's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
This one. And then the audio is all here, audio. But this needs to change a little because we will have
I've already
sentences.
changed. I've
Ah,
already changed this.
oh,
If you
you
want,
did, eh?
I can share with you like what is it looking now.
Sure.
Miji, so you said the deadline is about a week. Are you saying that's like the 3rd or the 4th?
I'm hoping that it'll be done by 6th.
By the 6th? Okay.
Yes, Friday. So that I
Can you
can
see
send
the
out
screen?
information to them the week after. It'll be a bit 1 week late, but hopefully they're
Can you
okay.
see the screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
So what it looks like now is this. So it's like so because like in the yokai there is like the onboarding chat bubble or the chat bubble. This actually correspond to each state. And then in there you would like to have a kind of audio setup for each state. So it's already like explaining. So this is a list of those elements. So each of this is correspond to one of the state. Just like maybe this is the onboarding state, and then there will be a sentences set up here. So you need to like pull up what you want to show the wordings in the text and which audio is correspond to this text. So this audio is just hello there, and this is this, and this is this. So it's separate now. It's not a whole video now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's what I've changed. So if you came across to this part, you might need to ping me to discuss. Is there any conflict? What we are working? Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So I know probably for Arjun and Brian, it's still a little bit not clear because we haven't seen exactly what's latest. But once I have to share the video with you tonight, and then hopefully it's a bit clear. And then I'll also share with the task we have to do the changes in repo and branch. So hopefully that's good. All right.
Yeah,
So
and
I think
also
that's
like
yes.
yeah, and
Hmm.
also share this meeting record. So yeah.
Yes, I will share this meeting record as well. All right. Thank you so much. I think that's it for now. And then we'll discuss this on Discord. And thank you for being available and have a good day.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Take
See
care,
you.
guys.
Bye.